Stop skiing. Whoa! Hey, I just saw a little red light, and you know what that means? That means we're live. Hey, everybody. Eric here. You're on the A2Z program. Today is Monday. I have no idea what the date is because I don't keep regular, consistent time. I just know it's Monday, and I know next Tuesday is the 16th because it's Stone Cold Steve Austin Day. But anyway, how's everybody doing? Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. I'm here. You're here. We're all here. We're going to do this cool show today because I'll tell you what, I got a really, really cool show for you today. I have not one, but two guests. Two guests. One guest is going to be making a big announcement for us. Ooh, what's that got to do with anything? Does that have something to do with us? Does that have something to do with Pop Culture Pros? It might. You got to stay tuned to find out. I'm not giving everything away because I'm terrible at that. I'm the kind of guy that gives away the Christmas presents before anybody even opens them. But anyway, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to somebody. The man who makes everything possible. The man who keeps everything in check, including me. He is the one. He is the only. He is the unofficial mayor, governor, and just overall cheer greeter of South Florida. He makes the sun shine and the rain go away. Would everybody please put their hands together? I mean, I want you to really clap because I can hear you. I can hear you through your computer. Producer Dave, will you come out here, please? Producer Dave. Oh my God, there he is.
You rang?
Oh, Dave, that was like, I was like Batman, like. Whew.
Yeah, if you would have said it 2 more times, I don't know what would have happened. I might have popped up. Someone else might have popped up. Who knows?
Boy, Tim Burton, don't sue us. So, Dave, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Glad to be back. I saw you guys were able to manage last week without me. Had a great show. But I'm good to be back, behind the controls, managing things here.
It's good to have you back behind the controls because, I'm not saying I'm technologically inept, but I do still have Yahoo on my browser. So
that's still your search engine? Yahoo?
I think it is. I think I changed it, and then it came back to Yahoo for some reason. Like I was using Google. But yeah, for some reason it came back. I don't know what it is. Apparently my computer likes Yahoo, so I'm not gonna fight him anymore. Yeah, no, we had a great show last week. We kind of kept it simple last week because I had a really, really down to earth, like salt of the earth kind of guy. So we just kept it simple, kept it real, and we had a good time. Yeah, it was a good time. Just a cute little interview, but it went well.
That's good.
But it was noticeable without you, Dave. We had a lot of people going, "Where's Dave? Where's Producer Dave?" But Producer
I want to
Dave
say hi to everyone. Sam, Harley, everyone out there. What's up? How's it going?
Hey, oh my gosh, look at this. Everybody's just following it. Mike's here. Everybody's here. My God. We got people coming in all over the place. We got people from across the pond. We got people overseas. This is crazy, Dave. Do you believe this? I believe it.
Like I said, we bring people together.
We do bring
program.
It's Dave, I think it's a unifying aspect, unknown to conventional man, but it's a power in the universe that's yet to be transcended to modern society. That's us. That's how we bring you together.
Absolutely.
If we can bring Bunker and the Boss together, I don't think there's anything we can't do.
Nope.
World peace is achievable.
That seemed impossible. So anything else is possible.
Anything is possible. Anything else is possible. But, Dave, while we're here, why don't we just jump right into it? Because I tell you, like we said, we got a cool top 10. Why don't we jump right in, and I'll shut my mouth about this stuff, and we'll get right into the top 10. Does everybody want a top 10 tonight? I think they do. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Brian, I was a Yahoo man.
2021 is a good year to start, using a good search engine. I'm pretty sure that up until 2019, AZ was still using Ask Jeeves. I don't know what Jeeves he was asking. I thought he lost his job, but apparently he was still asking him.
He was still asking me. I don't know. I found him in a closet somewhere. Like I was looking for a broom downstairs, and there was Jeeves, and I was like, "Hey, you busy?" So. The boss is starting in with his wisecracks already. It's the one I just. Well, boss, we mean it with love, and you know that without us bringing the harmonious love and joy to pop culture pros, it just wouldn't be the same. It just wouldn't be the same. Ed Camus can't do that. Tim Tabala can't even do that. We do that. They have They have their own. No. They bring their own stuff. Let us bring the peace and love. We want to bring the sanctimonious harmony to the world. They bring the baseball. They bring the football. They bring the Marvel. We bring the bullshit. That's how this works. That's how this works. And my brother Mike did a honk honk. So honk honk. Back to Mike. Anyway. Anyway, is everybody ready for the top 10? Top 10. Here we go.
Let's get it going.
Dave. So today on the top 10, we have top 10. I sound like I'm from Chicago. Yeah, see, here's the top 10. These are the top 10 unmistakable signs that you are addicted to Facebook. Now, Dave, I think a lot of people are going to identify with this, and I don't mean to trigger anyone or anything. I'm just independently doing research for the betterment of entertainment, and all I'm doing is bringing the consensus together. These are the top 10 unmistakable signs that you are addicted to Facebook. So, Dave, let's start right off. Number 10, there are no grammar rules or even a dim of soaring spirits of Facebook addicts. That means, Dave, if you just feel like getting up and you just feel like typing something and you got the spell check off anything, it's just going up. It's like, this is how I feel, this is what I'm doing, boom, it's on. Have you noticed that there's a lot of spelling errors in a lot of people's posts? I have.
I got actually one right here that I'll pop up on the screen here for you, actually.
Oh,
as
God,
an example. I'm going to have to zoom in, I know.
I got to see.
You can read it out for everyone.
Well, this says, is the world's worst sewer? It's just taken me 30 minutes to sew one button on. Hee sewer. Sewer. Oh, I'm going, what, the sewer? Sewer. You got to get to the end of it. Sewer? Ooh. Oh, my God, Dave. What? Oh, man. Google. Right. With all the tools we have at our disposal, all this technology that's right at our finger, right in our hand, right here, and you can't. Anyway, let's go to number 9. Number 9. They really know what human emotions are so much that it spills out on every timeline on every Facebook. So, Dave,
do we know? Well, I mean, do I know that one? I've seen that all the time, man. Again, to help out your argument here.
Well, show us a little bit about what I'm talking about here. Well, here's a. So she says, "Here's a pic I took when I was crying. Got more likes than I expected. And y'all are mean. You want to see a pic of me when I was crying? Well, Jesus Christ! You posted the goddamn thing, and you wrote it up there. Oh, so it's like, I don't want anybody to see me crying. I don't want you to hate me, but click, I'm crying. Come on, man. Are you serious? Jesus Christ. Dave,
like some things I understand you want to let out and go, but man, sometimes people just push it too much.
They push it too much. Way too much, and it's like, it's giving everybody a platform to say, look at me, I'm standing at my refrigerator, and I'm gonna make a spelling error and a stupid post. So, but
an emotional post.
An emotional post, and please understand me. Well, number 8, Dave. Number 8, they give their brains a run for its powers, and uploading regular status messages that get admired by as many people possible is a work of sheer genius. So the more you update your status, the more people that you get liked, the brighter you think you are. So you just keep posting.
Everything is for likes nowadays. So right here we got a perfect meme here with a good old grumpy cat.
Oh, the grumpy cat. Hey, fun fact. Let's do a sidebar on the top 10. Do you know Grumpy Cat passed away a few years ago?
I did.
Oh,
it was a sad day.
It was, and I know they were whoring him out or her everywhere. It's like, look, Grumpy Cat's here, and they had him on the big pillow, and they were trying to keep him calm. But can you imagine the frickin' anxiety that cat's going through? He's like, Jesus Christ, look at all these cameras and people in pink and like mall workers, looking at me, because they were going to malls, going to toy stores, going to pet
he
stores.
even had his own movie at one point.
You're shitting me.
Yeah, Grumpy Cat. I think it has a Christmas movie. I know Grumpy Cat one time was on Monday Night Raw, so they milked the crap out of this cat.
He was on Monday Night Raw.
Yup.
With Natalia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this poor cat. I don't even have anything to say about that, but oh my God, that poor cat. Well, Grumpy Cat, we're giving you your props here, even though it's not part of the top 10. We're giving it to you because this is the magic that Dave creates. Dave can bring all this and make it mean something. So, what do you think? Number 7, whatever they pose, they think is FBDP. So, basically, Dave, you get a new shirt. Check it out. Let's see. You got a new necklace. Oh, look at that. You got anything, right? Like you made a. You know what I think is most overused with this is the food. Am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's
you can't go to dinner anymore because if you didn't take a picture of it and post it, you didn't really eat.
You didn't really eat. You didn't have those mozzarella sticks. You didn't eat those crab cakes. No. It's like you got this kid that lives with his grandmother. He dumps Doritos on a plate and some like mozzarella sticks reheated from like the 7-Eleven, and he'll just sit there and post it saying, "I'm about to get my game on," or something. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. Jesus Christ. I don't want to see your food. I don't want to see your peanut butter sandwich. Get out of here with that shit.
No, to answer Mike's question.
Oh, Mike's got a question. What's up?
Grumpy Cat's real name was called. I looked it up. Was called tartar sauce. Tardar sauce.
Tartar sauce?
Yeah.
That was the cat's name. He does look like tartar sauce a little bit, doesn't he?
That was the cat's name.
Wow. So okay. Well, I mean, kudos to them for being a little creative and giving a unique name to a cat. But anyway, the thing, let's, number 7, or 6, we're on 6. Number 6. The sight of a notification is glorious, and any random notification will do. Any. So that means if you belong to a group, bing. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, or your buddy comments, or even like hearts something, or hearts a picture, or someone goes live. Hint, hint. But no, and Dave, I'm guilty of this too. Like if I feel like I made a really funny post or a profound post, I don't make profound posts. I just make funny posts and I post pictures of my kids. But if I make something that I think is like, and you always have that inkling, right? When you post something, it's like, I think this thing's this is gonna blow up, man. And then you're like just kind of waiting, and you hear that in your back pocket, and you're like, oh God, it's, Steve Farace liked my post. Then you come back, oh, Gilberto Campo liked my post. Tim Tabala commented on my post. It's like, and you're excited, man. Those endorphins raise, and it's kind of fun. And I'm guilty of it, dude. I am way guilty of it.
But see, I don't know if you had to deal with this so much, but at one point in time, there was a very popular game, and it's still pretty popular, called Candy Crush.
Oh.
And to get lives, sometimes if you ran out, you would have to, send messages to, your Facebook friends. And sometimes you still do that, like I don't think Farmville is a thing anymore, but with other games. And I think maybe that's where some people might have drawn the line at notifications, where they were like, you know what? I'm kind of tired. I don't want to give you another life in Candy Crush. Just wait the damn 20 minutes, and then you can continue playing.
I forgot about Farmville. Oh my God, that was something Obama played. Wasn't that a joke back then that Barack Obama played Farmville?
I know that my grandma played that, and then when they discontinued it or something else, she was like all upset, and then she jumped into another game where you had to do the same thing on Facebook.
She's into it.
That was her entertainment.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, they were the worst. What about Farmville? Jesus, yeah, we were just talking about that, boy. For some reason, I associate Obama with Farmville. I think there was like a snippet somewhere on some news program, like a real one, he was playing Farmville, like, he's just hanging out playing Farmville. I think it'd be cool watch the president play Farmville. Like, there goes another crop, another crop.
Another cow.
Another cow. Hey, well, I think we'll name this one. We'll name this one Illinois. But no, I'm sorry. I apologize. My Obama is better at times, but evidently not today. Okay, so number 5, Dave, and here's what everybody's probably doing now. They endlessly scroll forever. Now, I'm disciplined to the point where I can kind of stop scrolling because I'm like, all right, this is bullshit. I can't do this anymore, and I'll end up refreshing the feed to get something else. You know what I mean? But like, dude, I've literally watched friends of mine and just like people like at the doctor's office just sit there. They just sit there just like this. They just sit there. They're kind of like, and it's like I think they're like caught. They're like their needles stuck in the groove, like on a record player. They just keep going. They don't even know what they're looking at. It's like, oh yeah, hey, there's Aunt Margie. Yeah. Oh, Steve bought a car. Okay. Oh, there's a plate of food. Who knew? Oh, look at that. They went out to dinner. Another plate of food. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Somebody got a goldfish. It's like, come on, man.
Somebody got a goldfish.
Yeah, a big one. But no, that's a sure sign, Steve, that Dave, that you're addicted to. I was gonna make a Steve joke right there, but I didn't. But Dave, that I think should have been higher. Because not one, but that's a sure sign that you're like you're crushed to your phone, man. You're like you've bonded with it almost. So I don't know. That's a lot. Do you scroll, Dave?
I will. So I have a trick. You can scroll for days. Obviously, I do. It can be on Instagram or Facebook. So what I do is that I will scroll until my phone stops and it starts loading more things. So as soon as it gets to that point, so it might be like, sometimes I might end up like 12 posts, sometimes it's like 5, depending on how good my service is at the time.
Uh-huh.
As soon as I get to that one, I stop. And then I'll just go up. And that's it.
relive a few.
Yeah, because if not, then you'll just be there forever. If I'm just like, okay, I'm going to keep going down and down and down and down and down. I just see whatever comes up there until my phone doesn't want to load anymore, and then that's it.
Dude, I don't know how people do it. Oh.
And then you have like Harley saying here that she could scroll through TikTok for hours. I hear people that they're like, oh, how long was it? 2-3 hours, and they're just watching videos on TikTok. That's how like YouTube used to be.
It is.
Where you just watch videos and videos for hours. So you can definitely do that with Facebook as well. You're just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and it's never ending.
Dave, I used to spend hours on YouTube. Literal hours on YouTube. Like, I went so far down the rabbit hole, I came out on the other side of the world in another country. It was awful. But it was so awesome. It was so... How can you start watching Men at Work and then end up like on like a documentary about icebergs? It's so great. Everything...
It's the title that gets you. And that's, I think, what's very important. The title can hook you and you're like, oh, wait, what is this? No, I want to see what they got to say about this.
Yeah.
And I've learned that a lot. You have a good title that's going to intrigue somebody to go watch it. Mm-hmm. You're going to get more views than just a plain, boring title.
You're going to get hooked, man. You're going to get hooked like a smallmouth bass at a giant fishing tournament. So anyway, number 4, Dave. We're up to 4 already. You believe this? So apparently, Facebook addicts, they know it all. Not just what's happening in their inner circle, but always what's going on in the world at large, the surrounding planets, and even the stars. Thanks to the news feeds and the trending columns. Oh my God! So this goes to how everybody thinks they're an expert. Like, so you run into like Sally at the store, and it's like, oh yeah, I heard the weather's gonna be. Oh well, no. Let me tell you, I saw. Did you see this on Facebook? I saw that we're gonna get like 8 inches of snow on Wednesday. And you're like, what? No, I didn't see that. Oh yeah, no, it was on Facebook. It's on Facebook. I saw it. Yep. Or like, did you see that Darla got a new car? Where did she get the money for that? Well, I didn't see that. Oh no, she made a post. Did you see that? I liked it. I want to unlike it. It's like I hear these conversations at the store all the time. And then the fucked
I
up
can't.
part.
I
Well, the
can't
fucked
believe
up
people
part
go back
is
to go on like it.
they will. And the fucked up part is as soon as they're like you got these two people talking. And then the next thing you know, the lady they're talking about will come through the thing. They'll be like, "Oh my God, hello, hi, beautiful," and it's like, "Oh, for Christ's sake, you got to be kidding me!" They were just shitting all over her cereal. And then as soon as she walks through the door, bada boom, and it's almost like the lady they were talking about knows that. Because she just kind of like it comes in with that like like that, like she's like a real estate agent like trying to get you to buy a house like hello, so yeah, I see it all the time. I see it all the time. But yeah, that's a fun one, Dave. That's a real fun one. Anyway, where are we at now? We at three? We're at three. We're already at three. Wow, man, we're whipping right through this top 10 that nobody else has but us. Thank you. Well, number 3, whenever you meet someone new, even if for a little bit, they kind of feel the sudden urge to friend them. Now, I know people like this, Dave. Do you?
Yes, but I feel like it's something now with the times.
You think so?
I feel like, yeah, I think so. Like I've gone out and I guess it depends.
It does.
Like let's say I'm gonna go if I meet somebody, I'm like, oh yeah, so normally you would be like, hey, let me get your number.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, okay, let me get your number. Oh no, here's my Instagram or here's my Facebook, and then it's like, okay, you have to reach out to them like that, and then they get a friend or a follow, whatever it is. So I feel like that definitely it's changing with the times now, where you're like, no, I'm not gonna give you my number. I'd rather give you this because at least I can ignore this or block you if I don't want to talk to you later.
Exactly. You're not wrong because, given like back in the day when you give them their number, like people would call so much and then like if you didn't answer, like the first 2 or 3 times they tried to call, you finally would on the fourth and be like, "Oh, sorry, I was just so busy," but you kind of felt compelled to answer at least once. Even if you wanted to tell them, like, yeah, okay, well, like, give them the whatever, like, all right, well, yeah, oh, okay, well, they're pouring concrete here at my grandmother's house. I gotta go. So now, when you friend somebody, which happens a lot, and I'm guilty of, like, you're hanging out with a group of friends, you go out, hanging out with a group of friends, like, your friends' buddies are there, and you don't know any of them, but you kind of get to have a cool conversation with them, and you have something in common. So, like, at the end of the night, you go home and you friend them. I get that. And that's how a lot of friendships start, too. It's kind of cool. But like you said, like, you can get the guys that blow up the messages or, like, the Instagram. Like you wake up to, like, 20,000 hearts, and it's like, whoa, whoa, oh, hey, man, I just said you had a cool shirt. I didn't mean that. So, that definitely happens. And, but that's taking the Facebook addiction. That's taking it right up there, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And then, I mean, you just see, I mean, I can just say from experience, you see a pretty girl and you're like, oh, wow, let me see her thing. And then, oh, look, we have mutual friends and all this other stuff. And then you just say, oh, let me just add her. Why not?
And then you're like, oh, fuck. Is she gonna accept my friend request? And you're sitting there, you keep looking every day, like, shit, she hasn't. Then then you forget about it because you feel after like the dope feeling like a dope is gone. Like after like 3 days, you're like, oh, whatever. And all of a sudden, like that Friday, she accepts your friend. Then you're like, oh, who was she again? Then you're like, oh shit. And then all the emotions come back again, and you're like, oh, well, now what do I do? So she waited that long to be okay. But then sometimes you get the magic message like, oh, hey, sorry, I've been busy. How are you? And it's like, then you're like, oh, bam. But not often. That's not a scenario that happens often. But anyway, Dave, we are at number two.
Dose.
We are down to the dose. And number 2 is, you ever heard of Facebook deprived sickness, Dave?
I haven't. What is it?
Well, this is a real thing because these guys have the chance of getting that disease if kept away from Facebook for more than even 1 hour. Now, I've actually seen this, and you have those people that don't really, they have the phone, they don't play on it much. They might play one game and they're the talkers still. Like they refuse to text or whatever. They still talk, and they don't have Facebook. They don't have Instagram. They don't have anything. like the phone is basically used what it says it is, a phone, and they give no shits about Facebook, scrolling, likes, anything. They have no idea what that world's like. But say you do, and you're hanging out with them, and you just guys are hanging out, like, you know, you're out sitting out by a lake with a bunch of people, and you're just sitting there on your phone, like, oh yeah, oh look at that, I can't believe that rabbit did that, and you're going through, and like the guy's like, hey man, you know, we're all hanging out. Can you just not look at your phone for an hour? And you're like, oh, okay, fine. Then all of a sudden you got those people that just sit there like, oh man, I wonder if so and so's on. Oh, you know, I haven't. Then you know what always happens too, Dave? When that happens, when you get the guy that says, come on, man, hang out. You know, stop talking. Can you put that down? And you feel kind of guilty for a minute, but as soon as you do that, and you decide to yourself, all right, I'm putting my phone down. I'm putting my phone down. No, I'm not going to look at it. And then that little move you do where you just click the screen button on, and you're frickin', you have like 26 people messaging you at once, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta answer all these, and you don't want to because you don't want to look like a dick. Oh.
Especially when you're in group chats.
Oh. Or when Bert's posting Bad Bunny stuff in one of ours. I love you, Bert. Oh, but yeah, Dave, that's a real thing, and people get really bent out of shape about that. It's just crazy. It's crazy what the phones made us into. You know, a lot of those tinfoil hat wearing people like think it's like, oh, well, they got you and they know what you're doing, and it's like, well, they've been knowing what you've been doing for about 30 years with the ATMs and all those other cameras that they have. They can look at them all. You have a driver's license. Well, I think they know who you are. Oh. I didn't think I was going to get through that without getting heartburn.
Well, before we get to number one, let's answer a question that I see like everyone here in the chat is asking.
Let's have it.
See, it's posted by Stephanie asking, how many Red Bulls have you had today, Eric?
I've had one Red Bull, and I am drinking RC Cola now. Thank you. That's
more powerful than a Red Bull.
RC Cola is the greatest drink ever. It's enthusiasm, people. It's enthusiasm. It's a big show. We got stuff coming up that's going to be hot. And it's half your fault, Steph, because you brought me a coffee that was like that big today. So, you know, don't be hating. Don't be hating the playa. Hate the coffee. That's what my fiance did when she first met me. What's Chris talking about here? Chris, you got a fiance? Really? I used to check my battery.
It was about the messaging and things like that.
Oh, if I can make it through 2-3 more videos. Okay. So you check your battery stuff too. I never knew. I never knew that.
Ooh, no more Hortons for you, apparently.
No, Steph. No, I didn't mean that in a way like that. I meant it in a loving, thank you way. I'm just saying that that giant coffee of the greatest coffee in the world, by the way, Tim Hortons plug, really started my day off. 3. So anyway, here we go. Is everybody ready for number one? Is everybody ready for the number one thing? Number uno. Numero uno. So, Dave, we've gotten all the way down to number one, the unmistakable signs that you are addicted to Facebook. Now, going back to 10 through 2, which one do you think, so far that we've heard, is most relevant and most exhibited often? Like, which one of those behaviors has been exhibited most often? What do you think?
Man, I think definitely between the grammar one and then the spilling out emotions and all that. I feel like those two I see a lot of.
I got to agree with that. Because when you get those grammar or those emotional grammar posts. I mean, you can have both because evidently when you're going through emotions, you can't spell correctly. You're just trying to get it out. But yeah, I'd say they're running neck and neck. But the number one sign that you are addicted to Facebook, that you are a Facebook addict, is from movie show to window shopping to running nose. It doesn't matter what's going on. They love to share stuff with their friends. In other words, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whether you're at a goat farm, whether you're pumping gas, which you're not supposed to be on your phone when you're pumping gas, I heard. Is that true?
That is true, because your phone, I mean, this is again what I've heard. Your phone can emit sparks.
Oh.
And at a gas station, that's definitely not what you want.
Oh,
to happen.
static electricity. Ooh, that can generate. And I have no idea what I'm talking about right now, so just pretend I'm right. But yeah, Dave, you're going to the store to get milk, and you're like, okay, click, whole milk today, LOL. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
like I got a good one here you can read out.
Okay. Oh, given the fact that you didn't update your Facebook status saying you brushed your teeth, I'm a little worried you didn't. Well, that happens. That it's. I've actually met people who get their family, like the family business from Facebook, like all of it, even though they live right next door. It's like you can't walk 10 feet and be like, oh, how you doing today? It's like, oh, I saw you had strep throat. LOL. Is that, you feeling better?
LOL.
Sad face? I don't know.
We have a couple of the folks chiming in as well. That's a good
oh my
one,
God.
man.
I can't believe this happened to me.
And
Never again. Yes, RD. That is a personal fave. But everybody, that was the top 10. That was good. That was real good. Oh, having a good show, Dave. I'm feeling pumped. We're pumped.
Just getting started.
We're just getting started. That's the stupid jokes that people try to. It's like, what do you want me to do? Come on here and be well, next. We have... No, come on, idiots. Anyway, Dave, it's funny that you brought up RD. And RD had a question. You didn't bring him up. He brought himself up. But you brought the comment up.
I did.
You did. And it's funny enough, Dave, that through your magical powers of computer wizardryness, I think you can make him appear. Do you think you can make RD appear right here, right now?
I think I can. I just got to, play a little commercial break, and then we can get him in. I think, give me some time to, get some producing in here. So just give me 1 second. We're going to play a quick little commercial. And
quick commercial coming up.
It'll be fun.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute. Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it.
Oh, all right. And we are there. And I think I got us who you were asking for, who the fans are asking for, because they want to hear something new. Something coming for us. So, without further ado, we will introduce none other than Mr. RD himself.
Come on in, sir. RD Rynearson. Welcome to the show.
Holy cow.
How you doing, buddy?
Wait, no. What's going on?
How you doing? Thanks for coming on, man. How you doing today?
Doing well. I'm pumped. I'm doing real well. I'm sitting here, I'm doing the dolphin mind thing because I've got the main screen, backstage waiting to go on. It's my first time ever coming on, and using this program with you guys. And on this one, I'm watching the show, and it's like a little tiny bit of a delay, and it's like my eyes are going like this.
So you're getting all, yeah.
Yeah, you listen too. I was this close to trying to get out of the frame of the camera when you guys were going to make me appear, just to make it have, you know what I mean? Yeah. So no, thanks for having me on. I'm pumped.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. Now, RD. Now, being that we're in the inner circle of pop cultureness, we heard a little bit of a rumor, and Dave and I are here because this is the show. This is a show where we cut through the bullshit. We get down to the nitty gritty. We find out the truth. We bring, and as you've already seen, we bring people together. We create harmony and peace and love in the world. But RD, we want to know this Thursday, this coming Thursday, what's going on, and what do you have to do with it? We want to know. Everybody wants to know. So you got to tell us right now.
Yeah. Okay. So, starting this Thursday, it's crazy. There's a brand new show coming to your network, and I'm going to be hosting it. It's going to be pretty dope. So it's about you guys. You got shows on here that touch on every kind of pop culture, from wrestling to the Mets to the Yankees to like your show where you're just bringing everybody together and kind of just covering all the other bases. What I'm going to be looking for is, so like I'm 38, I'm a millennial. I'm on the older side, so like I remember those great 80s. But my whole like kind of, years that I remember were from like, 99 to like 2009. So we're going to do everything from like the nostalgic 90s to the Y2 pop, man. It's going to be great.
Wow! Hey, that's going to be a cool show. There's some really cool content that's going to be involved with that, because a lot of cool things and a lot of like cutting edge, and it's kind of like when society kind of snapped, and it's like for a minute you were like dial up, and then all of a sudden you're like broadband. So you've
Right.
got like in those 10 years, you have a shit ton of things you can cover.
So
Everything
literally,
from-
you can
like,
go
you-
from.
No,
Go ahead,
no.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, it goes like what you were saying, from literally like cassettes to CD players, from VHS to DVDs. Like, there's just so much.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and it's not, I'll touch a little bit on sports things in here and news that was like big in that week, maybe something like that. But we're doing like, it's going to be movie reviews and personal favorites, and really getting into the nostalgia of it. Not just like, what's your favorite fast food chain in 1998? Well, personally for me, it was Little Caesars, because that's when they did the loaded crazy bread. You know what I mean? So like it's like
Those are
putting me
good.
back to like a Christmas shopping with my mom, and I'm like, I really want those new Shaquille O'Neal shoes at Kmart, and of course they got the Little Caesars right there. So that's
Man.
kind of what we're going to be doing on our show. It's going to be bringing it back to the nostalgia of it, and really I want to eat, sleep, and breathe those years that I can recall.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome, man. Because like another thing
Thanks.
that's cool, as you both know, I'm a huge fan of the late '90s to the mid 2000s pop music. In other words, like the New Radicals and like Tal Bachman and all that stuff, all the one hit kind of cool. Like the last,
Backstreet Boys.
I like the Backstreet Boys, Dave. FYI.
Yeah, man.
So there's a lot of cool music that goes along with that, and I'm really excited about not just that, but this whole thing, RD, because I really believe that you're savvy enough to really put this together and give it to us in not just an entertaining way, but just more an informative, entertaining way. Does that make any sense?
Cool. No, yeah, for sure. Because like, a little bit about me. So like, I grew up in a small town in upstate New York. If you're on this network, what I'm understanding is you're either like from Florida, you've been like dug up and transplanted in Florida, or you're from like part of New York, or like where you go on vacation in that part of New York.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's basically like the gist of it. So but I grew up. My mom worked in a movie theater. There's a theater performing arts center there. So like I was always helping put the films together, or like going in and cleaning up after. I could watch any movie that I wanted. I could watch all the features, get all the popcorn I wanted. It's probably why I was such a chunky little thing. And as long as we like cleaned up afterwards, or like climbed up on the ladder and changed the marquee or whatever. So. I just soaked it in like a sponge.
Cool. So that's
what I like.
Yeah, so from your point of view, this is going to be great. And there's probably a lot of things that you're going to be bringing up that like we all forgot. Because like we said, because as things progressed after that year, Facebook was out, YouTube was out, all this social media stuff was out, and then everything, like even in society, like attitudes and views and how we looked at things started to change. So this is like this is like a really, really cool, like this is like what you put in the closet before you moved, and then when you came back out, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I have this. So this is going to be really fun, man.
Seriously.
This is going to be really fun, RD.
Awesome. No, I appreciate it. Seriously, I like literally just bought a house, moved to another city, and I'm working on a couple things in my personal life there. Following my experiences and things. I'm signing on doing a documentary this this salmon season. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's going to be pretty cool. Shooting a documentary.
Sweet.
But yeah, as I'm moving things up into my attic, I'm looking at like, you know, my like green Megazoid, Megazord characters that I'm like, oh man, it's still got 2 missiles still in it, you know, like, you know, it's supposed to have like 6 little plastic rockets, but it's only got 2 in it now. And I'm like, oh, you know, I just want to smell it and sit down with it for a second. So yeah, that's exactly what this is. You know, I'm the nostalgia-holic, man. That's how it's going to be. You know,
That's awesome. Tell us what it's going to be called, RD.
Sure. So the name of the show is the Millennial Meltdown.
Oh, wow.
And it's not necessarily like you know, I'm going to be ranting and raving. Some things are rant worthy, some things are not. But it's more like basically like throwing all the different things into a pot and boiling them back out into our memories, because I mean, everyone here remembers Shazam.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. So you know what I mean? So yeah, so you know what I mean? So it's going to be just a little bit of everything with it. So that's basically how it's going to work. It's going to be like 7:30ish, you know, weekly on Thursdays over here on the network.
Cool.
And the first episode, I want to make sure that you guys are invited to, and anybody. So I follow some of the shows, right? I like some more than others. I don't say that that I like some more than others because of like the way that they're hosted or anything, but just the content that I'm into is different.
Certainly, yeah, absolutely.
You know, like I'm not going to do an episode on comic books, right? Because like there's a whole bunch of shows on comic books, and I believe firmly that the people that you guys have doing those comic book shows are the people that should be doing those comic book shows, because I've watched
100%,
and
100%.
And like you've met my son. I mean, we know comic books, but like I'm like, whoa.
Oh yeah, no. Ed and those guys just they're kind of on another planet with this stuff and the knowledge and the stuff that they do and the breakdown. It's crazy. So they're definitely and also you can say that with the boss with the Mets. There's nobody on earth is passionate about the Mets, and I don't know why, as the boss. But he's the right guy. He's the right guy for the job, and he's the boss. So you know what? I'm not going to say it's bad because I'm just not gonna. So, but anyway, RD, thank you for coming on, man, and thank you for giving us this little plug for your show. Just so everybody knows, Thursday night, 7:30ish, Millennial Meltdown. Correct?
Be there.
Cool.
Yep, the Millennium Meltdown. Be there. Check it out.
So I'm asking everybody on the A to Z program, everybody in the A to Z universe, everybody, even in the Just Too Sweet universe, please, Thursday night, check this out. New show, new host, new face. This is going to be great. So you got our stamp of approval, RD. You got our blessing,
guys. I appreciate it.
You got our blessing. Hang out a minute, and we're gonna bring on this man actually needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway.
Well, wait, before we bring him in. We have to cut to a commercial.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what, everybody? We'll be right back after this commercial.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Enjoys got nuts, mounds don't. Enjoys got real milk chocolate, coconut and munchy nuts too. Mounds got deep dark chocolate and chewy coconut. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Peter Paul, enjoys got nuts, Peter Paul, mounds don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
And we're back.
Yes, we're back after that commercial break, Dave. So tell me, Dave, is our guest comfortable backstage?
I think he is. You know, he's been there. I've seen him clapping it up for everything that's been going on.
Oh,
and
good.
we are ready. You want to go ahead and give him the good old introduction here?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my next guest, you know. And I would like to introduce you, everybody, and welcome back to the A to Z program. A to Z favorite guest. He's the boss. He is the Met. He's Mr. Met. He is Mr. Mid-South Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, please put it together for the man who put this all together, Mr. Steve Farace, everybody.
What's up?
Hey, boss. Yes, you're here.
I'm here, baby.
Oh,
I'm
we've been waiting.
Live, baby.
And in living color.
We finally got him away from Bunker enough to, get him on the show again.
Oh, that's like a pitchfork already, boss. I can't, and I didn't even say it yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, just an announcement. This will be the final Eric. The program.
Oh God!
I'm
So,
surprised
boss,
you just didn't say that you know Eric was looking for a new producer.
yeah, or that, yeah, either one. Hey, Eric will be looking
You're
for
a team
new...
now. You're attached to the
Yeah,
hip.
no, it's screwed. We're screwed, Dave. If one of us goes down, the other ones are gonna go down. So, boss, what's up, man? How's things on your end down there?
Things are fantastic. Couldn't ask for anything more. I'm looking at some of your comments here. I noticed Stephen Smith's comment. Hey, we're up for any type of show on this network.
There's not much discrimination here, so we are very open-minded people, and I'm not gonna say I'm pro or con anything. Wink, but hey,
Bring
like
your
Steve
eyes
just
closer
said,
to the camera.
bring your eyes. What? So, boss, so what's going on in Florida? Like, so here's what I want to know. Up here, our governor recently just got stripped of his executive powers.
Sam.
What's up, Samo? And now we're on the verge of being semi opened up. Like New York City's going to start opening schools. You're going to be starting to be able to go to restaurants. People that are vaccinated, whatever, are going to be able to congregate again. And so are we behind you guys in this, or are we on the same pace as you?
We've been open up for 7 months. Miami never shut down.
I was going to say
they get 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock curfew. They're like, oh, bring it up to Broward. Get back down there. Get back down there.
Oh God, that's great. But what the funny thing is what this means, because New York is a very multicultural place. A lot of culture happens in New York. New York is like a central hub of the world. Now, being that you're a movie guy, you're a sports guy, you're a movie guy, this is big news for New York opening up, correct? Because this is gonna create a big wave of good stuff for us. Am I right?
Yeah, yes, for sure. No, the sports stuff, they're going to be letting fans in to see the Mets games, see the Yankees games. The Knicks have already gotten, all the New York indoor teams have gotten fans, and that first night for the Knicks was pretty electric for a crowd of 3,500 people, because it's just that hunger to go to a live sporting event, and the Knicks are playing decently well this year, and so it was pretty cool to see the support come out.
That is cool, and you can feel like the electricity that people, and I think it's fair that people are fed up because we've been kept back and kept contained, for lack of a better term, and I'm not meaning that in any kind of indifferent way, but we've been kept away from all this for so long because you have your diehards, you have your diehard sports fans, you have your diehard movie fans, you have your diehard people that just like to go and just walk down the street and people watch. I mean, you have your people that like going to zoos. You have people that like, a lot of people don't cook for themselves. A lot of people eat out every night. So this is going to be this is going to be special, and I think it's going to be great. I think that everybody thinks that everything's going to collapse due to all these policies, but people don't understand. Opening everything back up is going to generate a lot of revenue, like your movie theaters, your sports things, your live TV, wrestling, everything. We're going to slowly get back on track, boss. This is going to be great.
Yeah, no, for sure. As long as we're doing it the right way. I was just up in Georgia a couple weeks ago, and for the most part, people are indoors with their masks on. A lot of places don't have a mask mandate per se in the stores, especially supporters of a certain individual. But we were in a barbecue spot, and right behind me was a woman, probably 65, 70 years old, just kind of like talking to the guy behind her, saying, it's enough with these masks. I don't really think this is a big deal anyway. And the guy was like, well, I'm wearing a mask now because I had COVID and I got hooked up to a ventilator, and I was a lucky one. And thankfully I'm here to eat Biggins barbecue with you. But you will not find me on your side if you want to talk about not wearing masks. So that's the type of mentality that we need to have. Just do. Forget about your
100%.
rights being taken away. You just don't die. Just don't get sick. Have this long lasting effects and whatnot. Just do it the right way, and we'll be fine.
And it's not like they're really difficult protocols to follow. It's just like use your head, keep your distance. If you got to wear a mask, wear a mask. I mean, you're going in and out of the store. You can take it off in your car. You can take it off walking to your car. You can take it off home. I understand, and I wear a mask for 8-9 hours a day in a grocery store, and I'm sick of it. I don't want to wear it anymore. I don't want to wear it at all. But you know what? I'm doing it because there's a lot of elderly people in the store.
Nobody wants to.
No, nobody freaking wants to. But you have to think about it, because it's like, what if I don't get sick and I do give it to Mrs. Anderson or something, and I would feel terrible being like, oh, I just tested positive for COVID, and somebody says, well, Mrs. Anderson just tested positive, she's in the hospital. It's like, oh crap, I carried her groceries out for her. Now that would make me feel terrible. So it's like I said, it's not something. It's simple. There's no rights being taken away. That's bullshit. No, get the tinfoil off. Where they're not coming to get you. Anyway, here's the deal, Steve. I kept RD backstage. I thought it would be fun if we brought RD in for a little bit to chat with us, just to get some camaraderie, get him used to how insane.
What an asshole
are.
I am.
Boss, I wasn't going to say that. I wasn't going to say that at all. But maybe. But no, let's producer Dave, can you ask RD to come back in here, please? Because we'd like to have him back on, and we'd like to get a little bit of friendly gossip time going here, Pop Culture Pro style. So, producer Dave, make him magically appear. Look at that, RD. Welcome back to the show.
Oh, what's up, guys?
RD,
What's
I take
up,
it
RD,
you know,
man?
I take it you know Mr. Farace.
How's it going?
Yeah, we've been getting to know each other. And Tim, perfect. Yes. How many people have not even had a sore throat since this day? It's either I haven't had a sore throat, nothing, or I'm on a ventilator. But this is good stuff. I mean, some people might choose to wear masks for the rest of their lives in subway or where in close proximity. Or daycares. I mean, the first time I brought my son into a daycare, I look and there's this two little kids with snot all over themselves, touching the teacher and whatnot. I'm like, I could not do this.
They're tough people, man. That's especially a teacher of the younger age children. They are a special breed, because I'm telling you something. I cannot even imagine the type of shit that they have to put up with all day long. And in 2 courses usually. Like if you're a kindergarten teacher, you got one set for 4 hours. Then you're like, oh, finally I get a breather. Then you got another set coming in for 4 hours. And then you got the pissed off parents. And then you got all the. It's like, wow, you got to be a nut job to want to be a kindergarten teacher. I swear to God.
Agreed.
RD
agrees too.
He agrees too.
Oh, yeah, no, listen, facts, man.
So RD, you and Steve are similar in the age group. Steve's like 40-ish, right? 40. Okay. And you're 38. Now, Steve, back in the day, what were some of the millennial things that you remember? Like, are there some things that are poignant in your memory from when you were a child?
From when I was a child, screwing up the VHS tape itself because I watched it so many times. Happened with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Happened with the Muppets Take Manhattan because I was obsessed with that movie. And then there became a time where you just put a little piece of tape on it, and then you just never watched through that part. You remember exactly what area you're in. Then you wind it, and then you continue on your movie.
Black marker. I've done that before.
Blowing on the
it sounds like you
Nintendo
guys
games.
didn't have a rewinder.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
That's the problem. Got to have a rewinder, man.
And kids are in that era and a little bit later, we were used as the remote control for those TVs without the remote control. Steve, can you change it to channel 4, please?
Oh yeah.
You do it. You walk away. Steve, hey, Channel 9, this is no good. I mean, I can't watch this.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Brain Strauss.
Plus, or if you're gonna play a video game, you got to put to 3 or 4. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, you guys kind of fell into the end of the Nintendo, the beginning of the Genesis, and into the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. Am I right? Like, is that the range that I'm looking at here with you two?
Yeah. So, I mean, in my case specifically, like, I mean, I have 3 older brothers and I have uncles that are only a few years older than me. So, like, I mean, I remember playing original Atari sitting at my grandma's house, you know, playing Pitfall and playing Pole Position and things like that. So, like, I do remember some of the older stuff and some of the regular Nintendo. Yeah, like Super Nintendo system, man, it was my jam. That was my jam all day,
Super
every
Nintendo
day.
was great. Super Nintendo was great. Super Mario World was such a cool game. It was such a cool game. Did you ever play that? You ever play that one, boss?
Oh yeah, of course. But I started off with Atari also with
you
Q*bert
did?
and you know, Frogger and Q*bert and Space Invaders and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Centipede.
Oh, yeah.
Centipede.
On one of those little handheld machines, took like 12 C batteries.
Lasted
Yeah.
like
Although-
2 hours maybe.
I bet every single one of us in here's first handheld game was one of those little water through the ball with the hoop. Either the basketball one that you had one button to press, or the one that had the 2 that would go over, like the little shells.
Yeah, you press the button and then you're like this. You're like,
Yeah. Not for real.
They were
And, like,
fun.
in my situation, it was in my grandma's house, and it was like up on a shelf. So like I had to put water in it and everything. I mean, it wasn't, you know,
Oh, Jesus
a house
Christ.
full of kids. The thing's always got
do it
water in
yourself.
And I was like, yeah.
Not only are you
setting
going to be
up the
entertained,
game.
you're not only going to be entertained, but you're going to earn it.
Exactly.
So that's cool. So you know, RD, I feel so young right about now, Lady P. Well, Lady P, you are Pac-Man. Sam's a Pac-Man fan. That's awesome. That's awesome, Sam. I like Pac-Man myself, but forgot what I was going to say.
here's a quick story on Pac-Man.
Let's hear a
So
quick
my
story of
son-
Pac-Man.
My son is 9 years old, and we were up in. This might be a bad job by me. This just might all fall on me. But we were up in Georgia, and the cabin that we rented in the downstairs had a game room, pool table, darts, and an arcade with I forget how many different games, and one was Pac-Man. And so here goes my son out of the gate, and I see him going after the guy. I said, "You don't chase the ghosts. You run away from the ghosts." I felt like I was a failure as a dad there. But you know, we got it all handled. He knows when to go after the ghosts now.
You got through it.
That's
You know what
so great.
my problem with Pac-Man is my son. Your son's what, 8 or 9?
9.
9. Okay, so is he into? Do you got the Switch, and is he into any of those games yet?
Yep.
Okay,
he's in Switch, Fortnite, all that stuff.
Oh, Jesus
yeah.
Christ! Well, my youngest son is into Super Smash Brothers Brawl Ultimate, and he's got all the downloaded characters, and he follows the paths, and I have no fucking idea what he's talking about with any of it. So he goes like, "Hey, Dad." He goes, "Hey, Dad. Who do you think is the best Smash? Who do you think's the best Smash character?" I'll go, "Little Mac. I can kick your ass with Little Mac." He goes, "Nah, I'll beat you with Luigi." So I'm like, "All right, give me a try." And dude, if you know anything about Little Mac on Smash Ultimate, he is a bad ass. Like Little Mac can literally beat the shit out of anybody in the game. So this little shit is Luigi, and I get my ass handed to me in a garbage bag and thrown off the cliff. He killed me, and I'm like going, how the hell is this kid so good at this game? But that's the thing.
So
These kids now, man, they're just like, they're so savvy and pick up on these things so quick. Like I go thinking back, like I know when we were young, like they weren't as advanced, and we didn't have as many controls and everything, and it was a little simpler. But I think to myself, like I would have a hard time getting used. Like they're used to these phones. They know how to use the tablets and all this shit. Like it takes me forever to use that shit.
oh yeah.
So, like, are we de-evolving, or are they evolving? Is that what's going on here, or what?
They're just so damn smart,
I mean,
man.
I think you're right.
No, they're immersed.
I think you're right.
know?
Yeah.
It's you know what it is? It's
I've
those
got-
chips they implant in them when they're born.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. Is that
Thanks,
the one
Obama.
Is that the one I just? Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Is that the one I just
Thanks,
got
Obama.
with the vaccine? Is that the chip that I got when
Yes.
they hit me? I got.
Yeah.
Well, I
We can
kinda
tell
felt-
exactly where you are at all times now, as long as you have your cell phone with you.
No way.
Yeah, within 3 feet.
And they know who I am because I got this little card that has my name on it and my address and stuff. Come on, do you believe people really fucking still believe that? Like reading the name, the date off a dime in your pocket. It's like, no shit. If they wanted to, they could. Well, who the hell wants to look down my pockets? Nobody wants to look down my pockets. Nobody wants to look into my window. Yeah, not me. I'm out.
I'm
Not this guy.
Thought about it, not doing it.
Yeah.
Thought about it, not doing it. But it's like, come on. It's like, Rod Boshu, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming on the show. But who the hell really wants to? Nobody wants to watch anybody. It's like when you think like the cops are after you all the time. It's like, oh no, the cops are gonna. The cops don't give two shits about Joe Schmo driving from the grocery store back to his house. It doesn't care. They're not after you. They're not looking for you. If you're driving like
there are some people who may be watching that they are looking for, though. You never.
Well, yeah, but like
I've seen some of the people that watch the show, Eric.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not going to insult my audience here, but I have the best audience ever.
Yo, I couldn't wait to get on the show. You serious? Of course.
Yeah, come on. This is RD. You've made it when you've come here. You've made it. I mean, I have a very rigorous and strict go through to screen guests to get on this show. I really don't allow.
That was his first guest.
You were the first one, boss, and I'll tell you. I don't allow douchebags on my show. Wait a minute, Dave. Dave, what did I just say something, Dave? I just said, what did I say, Dave? Oh, I said douchebag. You know what that means, everybody?
The magic word. Oh.
That's the magic word. Everybody scream. Well, here's the thing, RD. We have a tradition here on the A to Z program where we have a game it's everybody's favorite game. And this is called the Douchebag. And would you do us the honor of sitting here and watching Mr. Farace play the Douchebag? Would you watch us?
I'm going to be watching your face. I'm going to be watching your face to see your reaction.
It was like a reaction video? Nice. No, that's perfect.
It is. And Dave, you and I worked on this list for a long, long time. Do you feel, Dave? Dave, where are you? You here? Dave, do you feel that we did justice in coming up with all these new names for the boss?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like the douchebag today is made just for him.
Oh.
Just for him.
Well, then without further ado, I'm gonna wave the magic hand. Hey, by the way, RD did these tattoos I have. By the way.
Oh
this
yeah.
one here. And he did that one there. Oh yeah, it hurt. So anyway, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen,
backstage.
A to Z program, faithful listeners, my lovely audience, everyone, this is the Douchebag. And this is Mr. Farace. And Mr. Farace, are you ready to play?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Are you ready to have a round of douchiness entrance you? Well, as you know how to play the game. I'm going to show you a name. And if they're cool, they're cool. We keep them out. But if they're a douche, they go in the bag. Sound good?
Excellent.
Let's play. Our first name on the Douchebag is Alex Rodriguez. How do we feel about A-Rod?
Motherfucking douche.
Oh, shit. That didn't take long at all. He's not even...
Get out of here, Dave.
Boo. Maybe if it was Mike Piazza, but not A-Rod.
He's in the Hall of Famer. He's in the Hall of Fame. Sorry.
Barely.
What do you mean barely? It's the Hall of Fame.
Oh, what about? Hey, now wait a minute. Let's switch gears a little bit. What about Coach Ditka?
He's slightly douchey.
He's slightly douchey. But is he douchey enough to join A-Rod in the Douchebag? He might be.
Yeah, toss him.
Yeah, let's go.
Toss him right in that douchebag.
Fuck Mike.
I want to set a record. I want to set the record for most douches.
You do. You want to
try.
The record is 13, and you have you have a well enough chance to beat that today.
Oh yeah.
So
Let's do it.
So anyway, let's go across the pond to Prince Harry. Is Prince Harry a douchebag? More douchey than that? Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Yeah. I can't believe and I shuffled these.
3 for 3, baby. 3 for 3.
3 for 3 for
Let's do
3.
it.
Boss, I shuffled these, and as always, I forgot who and what I wrote. And Dave's gonna love this one coming up. Oh, Dave, I'm so sorry. Here he is, the greatest professional wrestler in the world today, Kenny Omega.
I gotta throw him in the douchebag.
You've gotta throw him in the douchebag.
I gotta throw him in the douchebag.
Kenny's gotta go. I'm not gonna.
You obviously didn't see the match yesterday.
There's Dave.
You obviously didn't see yesterday's match. And look,
Yeah, I did
at least
see
I'm not the
yesterday's
only
match.
one disagreeing. Stephanie's disagreeing.
That's not because of
Bambi's
that's not because of
disagreeing.
This guy.
Oh.
I already
They're saying that
forgot
you're wrong.
his name.
Oh God, look at. Who? No, Dave, I gotta tell you, I saw some highlights of that match real quick, and it was a good match. It actually was a good match. As gimmicky as it was a good match. So, but the boss douched him.
Are they gonna change the name to AEWWE?
It's on that way, isn't it? Or AEW, AEWCW with what they're doing, Let's bring it back around a little bit, boss. How about Lenny Dykstra? Remember Lenny Dykstra?
Yeah, Mega Douche.
Mega douche. Oh, he's a douche.
Mega Douche.
He's a huge douche. Wow, I didn't know Lenny was a douche.
He got into an altercation with one of his former teammates, and poor guy was going through cancer treatments. Come on.
Oh, that's not cool. Oh, to hell with you, Lenny. To hell with you. He went to the Phillies anyway. Here's one. I know that's a favorite of yours. Sting, the Stinger.
See, you're really racking him up, dude.
Oh, shit, douching.
Come
Sting's a
on,
douche.
the
No,
icon?
actually, he shouldn't. Hold on.
There's Dave.
What did he say?
The icon? How are you gonna douche him?
Actually,
done anything wrong?
instead of douching him, can you hang him from your ceiling and leave him there for a year?
Hanging from. Oh, Stephanie, he douched Sting. Stephanie's gonna freak out. I know Steph's gonna freak out.
Oh, Bambi's
Oh, look at
upset with
Bambi.
Already starting.
Bambi's even. Oh, Bambi's on it. Oh boy, boss, you are not gonna be a popular man. Well, you know what?
Not
Oh, even
exactly.
Sam. Even Sam
icon.
doesn't want Sting. Yeah.
Sting didn't do anything. Sting stole money from WCW. For
How do
a
you
year
steal
and a half.
money?
The
It's not-
rafters.
It's not
Anybody
his
could've
fault
done
that they had nothing
It might
to
not
do
even
with
been
it.
him. It might not even been him.
Yeah, it might have been the janitor. Yeah, we don't know.
It could have been Beefcake.
It could have been. Oh God, if it was beef. Strike two, Steve. I knew it. Oh God, I knew it. Well, you know what, boss? Maybe you can redeem yourself, and let's see what everyone and you specifically think of Roger Clemens.
Douche. Fucking douche.
Oh, he's a douche. He's a fucking douche. I love it. I love it. We're on such a roll here. We don't have anybody cool yet. Everybody's a fucking douchebag. Ed Camus. Oh, it's Sting. Tony Schiavone. That's classic. And if people don't know, a lot of times when I'm doing the preview for the show, when I write it up, I quote Tony Schiavone, the greatest night in the history of our sport, because he used that literally every single Monday Nitro. And Schiavone was just like, he was like that yippy kid, of WCW. Awful. Absolutely awful. No wonder he's in AEW. Anyway, this might bring a smile to your face. Police Sting or wrestling Sting? Wrestling Sting, Mike.
Wrestling.
Wrestling Sting. Not the singer Sting. Fuck him too. Stephen Marbury. Or Stefan Marbury, I'm sorry. Stefan.
He is not a douche. He's not a douche.
He's not a douche? He's
a
out?
phenomenal basketball player. He's an icon in China. This is definitely not a douche.
Okay.
Really?
Well, there's
He
one.
he sold his sneakers cheap enough where people could afford them.
Really?
Yeah.
Stephon
really?
Marbury's not a douche. I'm sure
No.
Stevie Francis isn't either.
No.
Oh, I knew Dave was going to pop up. I knew it.
Hey, we had Marbury in his prime, at least.
What that get you? What that get you?
Oh, this is so great. Oh, my
That's
God. This must be the best douchebag ever. Hey, is Dr. Fauci a douchebag?
No.
No. He's out?
No.
Fauci's out. He's actually, you know what? My brother enlightened me about him. He's on a documentary about viruses, and I didn't realize how in depth and knowledgeable and into this field he is about viruses. I mean, this guy's the real deal. This guy is the real deal.
And he's served under president, no matter if it's Democrat or Republican.
Yeah, no, he's about. Yeah, he's about keeping you safe. He's not about an agenda. If you're an icon in China, you're okay with Steve.
Hey, he was an icon in New York City first.
Well, same can be said about this man. He almost achieved iconic status. He might even be an icon. And I happen to admire this guy. I like this guy. I'm a fan of it. Not a fan, but I admire this man. I don't want to say fan. Well, no, I don't like saying fan for politician because I just think that's ridiculous, being a fan of a politician. I admired this man. I admired the time he served. I admired the time he worked for us. It's Mr. Barack Obama.
No douche.
No douche. Barack's out. Barack's out. I would wrestle down.
Mike, you'd lose.
You would, Mike.
Fauci would beat you.
He would. Mike, oh my God, Mike, you can't wrestle, Mike. You can't sit in your chair and hang out. Like I said, some of these I looked down. I forgot what I wrote and when I did it. But what do you think of Jimmy Hoffa?
I think he got a raw deal.
He got a raw deal. He's not a douche.
He's not a douche.
He's not a douche.
You know,
What happened to him? No, what happened to him?
He's under some building somewhere. You know. Somebody land.
So the MythBusters are full of shit, like the ground penetrating radar that they did. He's probably under Giant Stadium.
Yes.
Or Meadowlands, right? The Meadowlands. He's in the
Meadowlands. Yeah.
He's in the Meadowlands.
It's still Giant Stadium. The Jets are a subpar team.
Yeah. Who? There's another New York team. Okay, yeah. I didn't know that. We
don't do that.
We don't even. Yeah, that's a bad word. That's almost as bad as the E word from Philadelphia. How about it is. How about this guy? What do you think of this guy? James Dolan.
Mega douche.
Oh, is he breaking
the son of a bitch?
He's breaking the douche radar right now.
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus Christ! Where am I getting all the? Oh no, Steve. Oh no, I can't. You know, I'm sorry. I really didn't set this up, and I really didn't place these strategically. But their old buddy Reggie Miller.
Douche.
I knew he was going to go. Wait a minute. I'm waiting.
Why is Dave shaking his head? Why?
I know. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for him to pop out again because he's.
You know why?
Why is he not a douche?
You know why I'm here. Don't be mad that he stepped up to your boy Spike Lee and kept him quiet. Kept him quiet in the playoffs.
For that game, they lost the series.
He did?
That series that he scored 93 points in the last 8 seconds.
Yeah, but then you also have your infamous, Patrick Ewing.
Hey, what does that have to do with Reggie Miller? It was against the Pacers, but that was Ewing. And Ewing's not a douche. Get out of here with that.
Get out of here with that, he says. Well, the next name, this is a hot one. And this is going to be interesting to see what your take on this is. Just Too Sweet 316. Quick plug. Next Tuesday is the not just 316 special. It's the boss. We made it 50. It's the 50th episode of the Just Too Sweet show. Can you believe that?
Well, look, I did want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge that we have some milestones coming up on the network.
A lot of them. Yeah.
A milestone just passed for the 4 Quarters show, episode number 25 last week.
Bam.
That's a quarter way there.
Boom.
You got the Millennial Meltdown, which is
coming up,
episode number 1, right?
Number 1. Yep.
The A to Z program next week is your 15th semi milestone. You're getting there, right?
We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there.
The Jader and Kyle show are 9 episodes away, and speak of the devil, 9 episodes away from 50.
Right there,
and
Jader.
On March 31st, the Put in the Book show, we'll celebrate episode number 100.
100 episodes
100th
of
episode.
The Put It in the Book show. Wow, man, boss, I'm I'm overcome right now. I'm overcome with
Overcome with
emotion.
joy.
I'm overcome with joy. This is great. Now you see why, people? You see why? This is why you got to jump on now. You got to jump on now because when I'm famous, I'm going to pretend I don't know you. So that's just how it's going to go. Oh, Dave, I love it. Oh, I knew Dave was going to put that up. I knew Dave was going to put that up. He, I knew he was. The Sting thing. I'm not going to say it was his idea. It was. I was going to do Sting, but he reminded me that you know you're
Always
you're
count
warm.
on Dave.
Always count on Dave with the warm feelings. But let's see how because this is I'm interested in your take on this. What do you think about this guy?
I think he's no douche.
No douche for Bill Gates.
All your audience is like, your boss is a liberal. We're done.
We're done. I've had it. I've had it. Well, it doesn't. I don't think liberal or conservative matter. I think being real with what you believe is what you are, right?
100%.
I mean, you're true to what you believe, and you're not only entitled to that, but you don't just go out and say, "Well, I think this because of this." No, Steve, you're the kind of guy that knows what he does the research, forms the opinion off of actions of said topic, and that's how you do it. You don't just make a status and do whatever. You know what you're talking about. Now, that's the difference, folks, with leaning one way or the other. You can lean one way or the other, whatever you want, but to keep it real, you got to use logic and understand.
Logic, baby.
Logic is what it's all about. Speaking of logic, it would be illogical. You could just tell him wearing a mess jacket. Oh God. Oh, that's so great. Well, what about our friend here? Our friend Silvio Dante Stephen Van Zandt
Dante.
with a great last name, by the way.
I mean, I can't do somebody with that last name.
No, especially when he was on
Just
The
out of-
Sopranos.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you did that pretty well, though. By the way.
Silvio.
Yeah, you did it pretty well.
He's
Pretty
my
good job.
he's my favorite. He's my favorite character on Sopranos. Tim met him.
Timmy's met him. Yeah.
Wow, Timmy, that's awesome. I want to meet Silvio. Anyway, ooh, cuz from the city. How about this guy?
No douche.
No douche. We're not going to douche Mr. Seelig.
No douche.
He's
the
not.
current commish is a douche.
Is a douche, but the former
Yes.
Bud Seelig, not a douche.
No,
Not a douche. Even not for lifting the Pete Rose band. Not a douche.
Nah, I mean nobody's done it. So
That's a whole. That's not even relevant to that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of that, speaking of the devil himself, what about old Charlie Hustle?
Stupid, but no douche.
Stupid, but no. He is stupid. Why would you do that, Pete? Don't. Oh fuck. Almost 4,200
I mean, he's in the WWE
hits.
Hall of Fame, so.
So at least he's in one Hall of Fame. And it was fun watching him get the shit kicked out of him by Kane.
Yeah.
That was great. Here's one. Let's reach out and touch a nerve somewhere. How about old Rush Limbaugh? Recently R.I.P.
Yeah.
Recently R.I.P.
All right, douche.
R.I.D. R.I. douche. Yeah, sorry, Rush. You know, I would normally not have, but he did make some disparaging comments toward different groups of people that he definitely he should not have done that at all. For that, I agree with you. Fuck him. He's a douche.
Fuck him.
Fuck him. Fuck Rush Limbaugh. Fucking asshole.
Fuck him.
How about Michael Richards, our buddy Kramer? I told you I was gonna make you think. I told you I was gonna get you. What's the consensus on him? I mean, what do you?
I think that I think he's definitely got douche in him.
He does, yeah,
he,
he does.
He made me laugh for many years. Continues to do so.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You're gonna make me douche that Seinfeld guy. You're gonna make me douche Cosmo. But
I mean, you don't have
Dave,
to.
Dave, don't, Dave.
Oh, is he coming?
He's like he's trying to sway me in a certain direction. But I will say that I'm glad that Jerry gave him gave him a few minutes on his show, Comedians in Cars Drinking Coffee, to dive into that a little bit about that infamous night on stage.
Yeah. Because it was. Look, you don't know unless you know both sides of the story. So it's good to let him.
But yeah, it's never okay. So
No, not okay at all.
Based on that, I gotta go douche. But he makes me laugh.
So Kramer
Because
is
when I have Seinfeld on, he's Cosmo.
He's Cosmo. That's it. He's not even Michael Richards, whatever.
He's the ass man. You know?
He's the ass man. He's or whatever. I don't know. I'm not even gonna fucking
Giddy
try.
up.
Oh, giddy up. Ooh.
I could see Eric just flying through the window, flying through the door, going to the fridge, and
Just grabbing something, being like looking at you, like just walking away.
Yeah, I'll be seeing you.
Well, speaking of, this is my competition, but he's kind of like he's my inspiration. He's the man I looked up to want to become a talk show host. This is Mr. Conan O'Brien, my favorite. And
No,
I
douche.
know
He's not my go-to, but
he's not your go-to.
No douche.
No douche. No douche.
Like I don't have any issues with. I might be a douche for this, but I don't have any issues with the Jay Leno. I don't think Conan O'Brien could have hung in that time slot.
Oh, I kind of
on that network. On that network.
Boss, you may be right. I personally, and I'm biased. I'm just going to let that out. I'm
I know
biased.
you love him.
I love Conan, and I think he could have done great, but Letterman would have been the ultimate best spot for that, and this never would have happened. That's where the screw job really happened, was Letterman. Back in the day. Speaking of screw jobs, and I have no idea why that correlates to my next name, but how about Dan Rather?
I thought it was going to be Bret Hart. You segued into.
I did. I wanted to fool you.
Dan Rather, no douche.
No douche. Dan Rather's cool.
I still enjoy his commentary on the Twitterverse. Yeah,
he has a podcast, right? Somewhat of a. Everybody already knows. You're right, Dave. Everybody does know Bret Hart's already a douche. And it's not that Bret's a douche. Bret's grumpy, and I get it, and he's bitter, and I get it. As I've said before, Steve, real quick, guys like Pritchard and Bischoff who want it propensitated now to every single fan, whether old or young, that the whole business was a work, and you were stupid if you were a wrestler and thought it was like you were really a champion. But dude, how did you keep the mindset in you when you were performing? Like, if you don't believe what you're doing or who you are, you're not going to be a success at it. Like, so right. to criticize Bret for that, I'm not into it. But Bret just douching everybody he can on everything, that's kind of fucked up, because Bret was the best there is, the best there was, best there ever will be, supposedly, and now he's the best shit talker there ever will be. So, Bret, get your shit together. And speaking of getting their shit together, how about Kamala, the Ugandan giant? Not Kamala Harris, the vice president. Kamala, the real Kamala.
No douche.
No douche. Kamala was great.
He was, yeah. I mean,
what feud do you remember Kamala specifically being in? Where do you remember Kamala?
I loved his feud with The Undertaker because of how he was so scared. Like, he did such a great job of being petrified of him, and like truly, petrified of him. And I've been doing like this rewatch that we talk about of, like, early 2000, late 90s, and now into early 2000s. wrestling, and he was part of the Diva Search, the $250,000 Diva Search, and one of the things was for each of them to go in front of him and seduce him.
Seduce Kamala.
It's like,
That's
you know,
right.
Christy Hemme and Maria was part of that. Carmella was part of that. And a couple more that they eventually brought on. But it's just hilarious to see them try to seduce Kamala.
Oh, that's the best. I'm gonna have to go back and look that up myself. I forgot all about that.
YouTube rabbit hole.
YouTube rabbit hole. No, if I get down in that, I'll get in trouble. So you've been in Florida for quite a while, and I think you'll probably remember this guy. Your former governor, Jeb Bush.
Yeah, he's a douchebag.
He's a douchebag. I think he is too, and I don't know much about him, but I think he's a douche from some of the stuff I've heard about him. So, you know, bye, Jeb. You're a douche. Oh, wow. Speaking of all-star caliber athlete and prime player, what about old Chipper Jones?
Who's the asshole who did this? Who's the asshole?
Listen, I have
You
a
can't
staff.
disclose the information.
I have a staff that compiles this, and that means that mystery person who recommended Chipper Jones, please reveal yourself.
What?
There he is.
Oh, what happened?
The douche of the South.
Come on, Chipper's not a douche. You know,
Definite douche.
if
He's
anything,
definite
he
douche.
helped your organization out this past year by buying a little, cutout to place in, what is it,
Get outta
City
here.
Field there for you all season, so you guys
Get
could
outta here.
remember him there. Come on, not a douche. He's funding you guys so you guys can stay afloat. You guys almost didn't have an owner.
I got a $17 billion net worth owner. I don't need your $85. Get out of here, Chipper. He did name his daughter. He named his daughter after the old Met Stadium because he did so well there.
Shay? Wow. Wow, unbelievable. Well, we're getting down to the end here, and we have two names left. And the next name, boss, I would have normally agreed on of brushing away the criticism of this guy until he did prove his douchey colors, which I kind of had a feeling was going to happen, but I wouldn't have been surprised if he stayed straight. So I'm just going to give his name out here. This is Andrew Cuomo. Now, I went to bat for this guy, not just because I'm a New Yorker, but because I wouldn't have wanted to have been the governor of this state during this goddamn bullshit. That being said, okay, recently, and not just the accusations, but there's been other shady shit that it's been uncovered that he's done. Where do your true feelings lie about this guy now? Do we douche him or do we leave
So you
him?
know that I've been no douche on this guy, right?
I know
I've
that
been no
all the
douche
time.
for a while.
You have been the number one no douche on him.
Number one?
No, about number four. Number four.
All right. That makes me happier.
That makes me happy.
I mean, obviously, some things have come to light here. You know, again, forget the accusations for a moment until stuff is proven.
Right.
But the whole thing with the nursing homes and the numbers, and I'm kind of teetering here. But let's pop him in the bag.
You know what, Andrew? I'm sorry. Your approval rating was great, but now guess what else?
His approval rating is still good. I mean, it's
is.
still good because they're not taking the accusations seriously yet because
Yes. Just throw it in the bag. Guess what, Cuomo, you're gone. And you know what,
Did you
boss?
think I would have said that a month ago?
A month ago, no, not at all. And I probably wouldn't have either, because you've heard me on this show and on other shows, probably primarily this one. I like I said, I wouldn't want to be the governor of New York State, let alone. I mean, there's like 3 states you don't want to be the governor of during this ridiculous shit that's been going on, and probably the number one is New York. You don't want to be the governor of New York during a pandemic. California would be number 2, and Florida would be number 3. But that being said, I mean, I thought he handled it okay. I think he's kind of a dick. I think that he's a little bit arrogant, and I think that gives off the era of like well, I'm suspicious, but he's okay. I mean, I still he's things are going better in New York, and then but you always I hate saying it, but you always got that in the back of your mind, like what's really going to happen here? When's the shoe going to drop? And it did, and it's almost dropped. It's like the nursing home thing, the numbers, and now the accusations. Fuck you, Cuomo. Fuck off. I got work to do.
But when we look at this as a whole. Right now, there's accusations, but we also had proof of somebody with $130,000 payoff for another situation, and nothing happened there. So, look, I'm all about being fair, and
Me too.
as long as we're being consistent about things, I'm all for it.
Me too. I say innocent until proven guilty, but I'm never gonna unhear or see what they were. And I'm always going to be suspicious now. And that's just how human nature is. So, regardless of everything, boss, there's one more name. I can't believe I saved this one for the last. And this may be the tipping point. I'm not sure. But everybody in TV land and internet land is anxious to know what you think of our dear friend and your BFF, James Bunker. I know, right? Do I even have to guess?
I want you to not only do I want you to do some.
Okay.
I want you to put Cuomo right on top of him.
Okay, so we're gonna go back here. Oh my God, boss! I think you may have won, but I'm not sure yet. But here's Bunker.
Yeah,
here's Cuomo,
put him right. Yeah,
and here's Bunker. Look at they're gonna
bunkmates.
They're bunkmates now, and they're both going into the bag together, and they're probably gonna stay there. Boom!
Excellent.
Boom! So that was the douchebag, everybody. Everybody, thank you. Steve, thank you for playing along with that. That was great. That was great.
Anytime.
That was awesome. Let's bring everybody back out here. Let's bring everybody out here for like a.
Let's make it a party.
Let's make it a party. Dave, RD, come on. Let's get in here and have some fun. Anyway, that was a douchebag. How'd you like that, RD? What'd you think?
I mean, I'm afraid to answer that question. I might end up in the douchebag, man. Jeez, I don't know.
Listen, I'm like the Vince McMahon of the A2Z program. Nothing gets past my desk before it gets on air. So I did not see your name anywhere on any piece of paper, any memo, anything. I'm not saying I didn't see the boss's. Hint, hint. But I did not see yours, my friend. So
I'm just gonna say this: the boss, good job, trying to keep kayfabe alive. But we all know the truth. we know you're gonna reach into that bag, pull him out, set him aside right by you. It's okay. We all know.
As soon as we go off air, he's gonna be like, Eric, get him out of the bag quick. I'm dying here.
That's the one thing I will not pull out.
No, I guarantee you that. Oh, gentlemen, listen. We're about out of time here, and I just want to thank everybody. I would like to, first of all, thank R.D. Rynearson and congratulate you for coming to our network. We wish you nothing but luck. Let's give you a round of applause. Remember, everybody, that's Thursday night. That's 7:30. The Millennial Meltdown with your host, the man right underneath me right here, R.D. Rynearson. Boss, you made this show what it is today. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for having some fun with us.
It's all about the
talent. Oh, wait, I did it backwards. That way.
There.
Bam!
I guess a little bit here.
Yeah. Bam! No, boss, thank you. We had a lot of fun. We always enjoy having you on here. You're always welcome on any time. You know that. And like I said, it's a pleasure having you, and I'm glad you got to play along with us today. And I think you should come back and play some other games that we have. Because, Dave, have we not had other games that we played with people?
We have plenty of other things.
We have.
Doing.
Steve, we have so much nonsense.
Anytime.
Well, there's so much nonsense going on here. It's just you can't help but it's like getting ice cream and you want more and you just want more.
I know. I watch every week. I know there's a ton of nonsense.
Thank you so much for that. So anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap that up. That's a brain freeze. That's the
Yeah,
but guys, we're gonna
ice cream, man.
We're gonna wrap this show up. I would like to thank Steve Farace, R.D. Rynearson. Of course, I would like to thank my main man down in the corner, David Waukee, for producing the show. Just so you know, This guy right here, yeah, with the the F down. The A to Z program is produced by Pop Culture Pros. Executive producer is David Waukee and Steve Farace. I am your host, Eric Zant. And do not forget, tomorrow we have the Just Too Sweet show. After that, I believe we have Granny's Peach Tea.
Oh
No.
Wednesday. My producer's show, the Four Quarter show, is after the Just Too Sweet show tomorrow.
Yes.
Wednesday, we have what, Steve? The Put It in the Book
Put
show.
It in the Book show.
And then we have what?
Granny's Peach Tea.
Granny's Peach Tea. That's all Wednesday. And Thursday, do not forget, I'll plug in one more time just because I want you to watch it. I'm going to be there. You better be there. It's the Millennial Meltdown with R.D. Rynearson right here on Pop Culture Pros. I'm going to post about it. I'm going to share it. You're going to know about it. You're going to watch it, and you're going to like it. Or just
and RD,
at least...
these guys have the emails since last week. I sent them about the top 5s, so don't let them escape.
Yeah. No, listen, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna grill you.
These two slackers right here.
Are we the ones that are... Dave, are we, you and I, the last two holdout here? We haven't done anything yet.
I think so.
Eric,
I will.
Real quick before you go, if you want, I'll remind you of the topics right now. It's the top 5 children's movies, top 5 overall favorite shows, the top 5 game shows, the top 5 television series, franchise or corporate restaurants, and concert or bands that you saw or wish you saw. I want to know the top 5 of your between 99 and 2009. We're going to talk about that next on Thursday.
I'm in. I'm going to do it. I did it. I'm going to do it again.
Awesome. Homework to do.
I'm gonna do it again. And a special second episode of Granny's Peach Tea will take place this Friday at 8:30.
Really?
They're gonna take next week. They're gonna take next week off, so they're pulling double duty this week.
Wow, good for them. Hey, that's all right.
They're gonna take off Justice League week.
Really? Maybe it's too much for them. Maybe they need to.
Or they're taking it off for St. Patty's Day since it is on Wednesday.
Oh, it is. Maybe. Yeah, we might have a few Irishmen in the mix here.
Irish.
But and also, before I forget, I guess Thursday's the day of premieres, because that day is also supposed to be the day that the streaming show finally also gets underway.
What's that?
Is Naruto all healed up?
Your guys
with COVID.
I believe so. I
That's
think she was
right.
doing much better. She was
That's
in recovery.
right. You guys got a new show coming. That's great. That's
it's also
awesome.
going to be on Thursday, the first episode.
So Thursday is a big premiere day. It's an important day for us here at Pop Culture Pros. That's great. So everybody, please tune in Thursday. We'll keep you updated. Keep updated on us. We're going to give you all you need to know, all you need to see, and all you need to watch. Listen, I'm Eric Zant. For Steve Farace, R.D. Rynearson, and David Waukee. What's up? What? We are signing off here, and we thank you, everybody. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the support. Please have your pet spayed or neutered, and if you don't,
you're too old for the Bob Barker stuff.
I am too old. I'm trying to be hip and young. But anyway, guys, thanks everything. Thanks for the guests. Thanks for the comments. Please come back, like us, share us, go to YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Get on there and get with this content. Ding, ding, ding. I'm Eric Zant. That's the way I see things. I hope you see things that way too. If not, just see them in a different way, because you might see it and you might not. Good night, everybody. I know that.
Peace.
I know that.